Willie D Live.
It's Willie D, y'all, back with another episode of information and instructions to help you navigate through this wild, crazy, beautiful world. In the studio, Princella, the Queen Maker.
How you doing? Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so
Welcome
much.
to the show. I think the last time I saw you was actually in person on the Isaiah Carey Factor.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You was kicking up dust then.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Straight out the gate, I need to know. Because you're kicking up a lot of dust right now. And I do not want to come off as dismissive or insensitive, but I need to know. Mm-hmm. And I say this from the depths of my soul. Who hurt you?
Well, when you live life, everybody gonna get hurt in this life. It ain't about if you get hurt, though. It's about, do you heal and do you learn from your lessons? So just living life, ain't nobody hurt me to the point where I can't bounce back, but I learned a lot. So just everyday stuff in the world, just dealing with humans. Humans hurt everybody.
Right?
Yeah.
True. But somebody hurt you specifically because you are hard on men. Like, am I right to assess that you have a particular disdain for men?
No, because if you ask the women think I'm hard on them. I'm actually harder on women than I am on men. But see, all y'all see is what I say about men. So what I figured out is that y'all know y'all nature. Come on. Y'all actually depend on women to pretty y'all up. So when a woman don't pretty the man up and just call it like it is, I've been around men for over 25 years. So I know the game. So seeing y'all and being able to speak what you do, it comes off, oh, she hate men. But how can I hate men when growing up, most of my associates were male? But I've been in the military, 8 years in the military, male dominated. You don't think I see stuff with them? If I'm going to the studio, because I rap too, Willie. I've been in the studio, been around men. I played football, basketball, I ran track, rifle team. I think I know a little something about men. And then on top of that, yes. Oh, I sold cars 3.5 years, male-dominated industry. I've dated men, been friends with them, observed them in the work environment. I think I know a little bit about men. My last dealing with a man, it was 2 guys that just really sealed the deal for me. And one of them was supposed to be a friend of mine. And he tried to set me up for a large lump sum of money. Right? Played the long game to try to position me to take some money from me. Well, after you get played, before you learn life, you got to take some L's first. And every L you take, it's a lesson in that. And so I started to notice a pattern dealing with men, putting it all together. I just came to a conclusion. Hey, this is who men are by nature. This is their game. That's what it is. So instead of me playing with fire and continuing to get burned, trying to make men seem like they're these figures that they're not, just deal with men as they are instead of what you want them to be. That's really what it is. But because I'm not out there, oh, I need a man, oh, black kings, because I'm not saying that, I must hate men. But if you ask the women, they think I'm far harder on them than I am on the men.
So these women that you speak of, these are queens, or are these just women and you're going to make them a queen? Because you are the queen maker.
I'm the queen maker,
and
right?
You take these. So before they meet you, they are just pawns. They're merely pawns.
Correct. Right.
And you're going to make them out of a queen.
I'm going to make them out of a queen.
By decoding love, men, and manipulation.
Correct.
Now, when did you get on this journey of decoding love, men, and manipulation?
Okay, so before the manipulation thing came about and before the men thing came about, the love thing was dropped on me in 2016. And this was like a download. It just came out of the sky. And I was given this concept, and I call it the 5 components of love. Now, I wrote a book on this concept in 2018, and I published it in 2019. But this book had absolutely nothing to do with men. It really focused solely on the concept of love. 2 years after that, which was 2021, is when I came to the conclusion that men were incapable of love. And I based I based my assessment from the book that I wrote, The 5 Components, and constantly seeing the failures in not just my relationships, but all of the people around me, listening to people. I came to the conclusion that the reason that y'all having these problems is because you're dealing with people who are incapable of love. So women are trying to squeeze something out of men. It's like trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip. And if you stop doing that, your life could probably be a little better. While I was on TikTok trying to sell my book, this is when I came up with the workshop, Love, Men, and Manipulation Decoded, because I was trying to explain the concept of the 5 components of love and why I came to the conclusion that they were incapable. So I started mapping this out, and it turned into the workshop that I have. When it comes to manipulation, now, 2 of my associates throughout life were actual pimps, okay? One of the pimps I never met, but he would always tell me the game on men. The other one would do that too, but I knew this one in person. This was the one that tried to set me up for a boatload of money. But I read...
Did y'all have a romantic relationship?
No, it wasn't like that. No, what he wanted to do a podcast with me. But he was trying to set me up to do all the work, but benefit from all of the work that I was doing. Okay. So with them, this is how I was introduced to like Pimpin' Ken's information and all of that stuff. So what I started doing was putting the dots together, because by the time he tried to run game on me, I'm like, man, do you think you my pimp or something, right? So I found out the game. I was like, you know what? This is it. This is just the nature of men. This is just who they are. So women are constantly complaining and confused about why men, they're having the relationships that they're having with men. So it's like this. Okay, if this is really a problem, men do tell you to choose better. And I'm totally agreeing with that. Women need to choose better. But to know better is to do better. You can't do better if you don't know better. So I decided to teach women better, breaking it down through what I have called the 41 Shades of Men. Once I give you the information on men and you totally see this from a neurological and biological and psychological perspective on the male's nature, now the onus is all on you, because you can't change a man. You cannot make him become a cat. You can't make him become a woman. A man is who he is. So now, what hand do you have in it? And what I come to find out is after you finish talking about men, women hold 90% of the responsibility. So this is why, even though I say what I say about men, women see that I have a harder fist on them, because in my mind, most men are incapable of doing all of the stuff that women want them to do.
What do women want men to do?
The reality is women want men to be their personal slaves. Women want men to placate to this fantasy that they have in their mind. And women got a lot of fantasies. Women want men to be these aggressive vessels that have a woman's nature. This is what they want. It's like they want their cake and eat it too. So they are addicted to sex, but to justify their sexual addictions, since they can't stay away from it, they have to try to make the man become a version of a woman that they like sleeping with, right? So she has a movie in her head, and she has roles that she has slots for. And there's a slot that she has for a romantic partner that only a man can be cast as. So she's willing to cast any kind of man and put him in this role. And if he's going to play this role, he has to do every single thing that she wants him to do. Pay the bills, keep your sexual organs only to me. I'm going to trap your eyes. You can't see no other woman in the world. You focus on me and on me only. And you give me all your money, right? And if he don't do everything that she want him to do, the relationship don't work. So what I've come to find out is men are narcissistic, but women are 1,000 times more narcissistic than men, because women want to be the center of the universe, right? So if you find out everything that you find out about men and you're still trying to approach them the way that you approach them, ultimately the problem lies on the woman, because the male follows her. The male is a reflection of the woman. So no matter what I say about men, it's all gonna circle back to what women want, and men are jumping to everything that women desire. Right? That's the problem.
You said in a recent video that I saw, well, in a video that I saw recently, that you realize how hard it is for men to be men after you dated a woman. Expound on that.
Okay. So, like I just told you, I've been around males for 25 plus years. I'm a tomboy. Ex-military, football, but I've never really had female friends. I grew up in a male-dominated. So I understand males a lot more than I understand women. However, I've been through the same things that women are complaining about with males. So when I first started my journey helping women, I thought that a lot of women thought like me. But I come to find out they don't. So my third girlfriend, because it wasn't the first two girlfriends I had, it was the third girlfriend that really made me see. And it wasn't just her. It was the responses that I got from breaking up with her from a lot of women. And I realized that she was the one that made me realize that women are totally entitled and lazy. It might appear that women are not lazy because they do the bulk of the housework and all this stuff. It might appear that they're not lazy. But the only reason that they're doing that is because they're trying to force men to see that they don't need any other woman. Like, women voluntarily take on all of the responsibilities so that she can say that my man don't need no other woman. So this is self-inflicted. She's not doing it because it's got to be done. She's doing it to control the man. So when it comes to the modern, quote unquote, woman, the modern woman, I'm realizing that, wait a minute, you want me to stop? I'm trying to go to an interview and you're making me late. And I got to go to a gas station, brand new gas station. Why don't we go and take care of everything at one spot so we can just get on the road? You want me to stop before the gas station to take you to a special place to use the restroom. Now, you talking to somebody. I done slept in the woods, having to dig foxholes, going to porta potties. I done drove trucks, being in the oil field, using porta potties out there, stopping at truck stops, taking showers. This is me. So for me to stop at a gas station to use the restroom, that's nothing. But for her, I don't use
it. It was beneath her.
It's beneath her. And if I was with a man, he would stop and take me to the restroom to use whatever restroom I wanted. And then all the women, see, it was the women. It was if it was just her, I'm like, okay, bitch, you crazy. But for the collective of women that's watching this, and as I'm telling the story, it's a slew of women that was like, that's your girl. You're supposed to take her, and she's the queen. And I'm like, what is wrong? I said, is this really how y'all are in relationships? Is this what you expect from men in relationships? Because if this is what you expect from men in a relationship, you got me twisted as a woman because, ma'am, we're both women. And if you think that because you have a vagina that I'm supposed to treat you like a simp would treat you, you got me twisted, right? And I started to see that, a lot of women do think like this, like the world revolves around them. They use sex as a manipulative tool, but when you're in a lesbian setup, you don't have that power for sex over a woman that you would have over a man. So a lot of these women, they want women in a male body, but they like the perceived power that they can get by manipulating men with sex.